En Gedi is right on the shore of the Dead Sea. In Hebrew, it's not called the Dead Sea. In Hebrew, it's called
Yam HaMelech.
Yam HaMelech, which means
The Salt Sea.
Salt Sea, right? But the Greeks started calling it the Dead Sea, and the reason is very simple, because there's no fish in there, there's no plants there. Salt concentration is 10 times that of the Pacific or the Atlantic Ocean. And so people call it the Dead Sea. And yet, right across from this wasteland is the beautiful green oasis of En Gedi.
Right next to each other.
And the only difference is that there's fresh water, and here there's not.
When you think you have water, but it's not water from the heavens, it's not going to produce life, it produces death.
Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink.
Yes.
That's what the sailors on the ocean used to sing. So, Ephraim, you know, the Jordan River connects two seas or lakes. You have the Kinneret in the north, and it flows in the Kinneret from the north.
Yeah.
The water goes into the Kinneret, also known as the Sea of Galilee, and then it passes out of the Kinneret and it ends up in the Dead Sea. And the Dead Sea is so salty, even though the Kinneret has fresh sweet water. The reason the Dead Sea is so salty is because the water ends in the Dead Sea. It's a dead end. It gets very hot here in the summer, 120, 130 degrees.
Evaporates.
The water evaporates. The small amount of salt that's in the water stays, and the water goes away. And over the course of the millennia, the salt gets stronger and stronger and stronger till it's fully saturated. Yet the Kinneret, which has the exact same water as the Dead Sea, is sweet water, and it's one of the sources of the drinking water of Israel. So there's an amazing lesson that you can learn from this. What's the difference between the Kinneret that's sweet and fresh and the Dead Sea, which is salty and dead? The difference is that the Kinneret, it receives water, but it also gives out water. The Dead Sea receives, but it doesn't give anything. And so you can learn a lesson from the difference between these two seas that have the same water going in, but completely different water in them.
You have to receive and give. You can't just receive.
We all receive, whether we like it or not. We receive from God, we receive from our parents, we receive from our friends. The question is, do we give back as much as we receive?
So the Kinneret is appreciative and Dead Sea is not.
Yeah, so it's dead.
So it's dead.
And it's the area of Sodom, and the people of Sodom,
Gomorrah,
were selfish and wicked, right?
Yes.
If you don't appreciate, you depreciate.
If you don't appreciate, you depreciate. I like it.